Is it hard to be fresh if you don't have money, or can you still pull it off?
See, when I ain't had no money, I still had sauce. See, if you don't got no sauce, then you're lost. But you can also get lost in the sauce.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another episode. As you can tell, I got the door closed because we are heading to the junkyard. I've been telling you guys for like the past 4 videos that I need to go to the junkyard, and I just have not had time. Just been working on other cars. I had to put a transmission into a G35. I had quite a few other things that I had to do. So I have not had a chance to go to the junkyard, but this morning we are gonna go. So I need to get that power steering pump off of a K24. I also need to go get a few bolts for the EG subframe because the EK bolts don't work. Like, where is it? This bolt right here, that is missing. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a bolt missing there. And then on the other side, the one that comes on the EK, the bolt is just way, way longer. So I got to get the ones off of the EG. I looked through my bucket of bolts and I just did not have it. So I'm gonna go to the junkyard and get it. Next thing I need to get is I need to get a throttle position sensor, and that is about it. There's a couple other random things I need to get for some other cars, so I'm just gonna get those while I'm there. But yeah, sometimes I'm just walking around and you see stuff, you're like, yo, I need this, I need this, I need this. So really just depends on what kind of cars we see there. I'm gonna go to the Polk County Pick and Pay. It's like on the north side of Lakeland. They usually have the best selection of Hondas. Some of the other junkyards just want an arm and a leg for everything. That's kind of how everything is getting nowadays. But yeah, so let's get in the car and go. I forgot to tell you guys, but I picked up this TSX a few weeks back. I wanted something better on gas, something just to get around from here in the shop and so forth. So I found this sucker for a good deal, and it rides. Alright, so I just pulled up here at the junkyard. I usually like to get here early in the morning because you can tell there's literally nobody here but a cool 4-door over there. So I'm going to go ahead and check the yard. Usually I don't go online and check anything because most of the time they don't update everything that's online and it's not right. So kind of just got to take a look at the draw and drive out here. It's like a 30-minute drive, but it's usually most of the time worth it. So let's get to it. Alrighty, so it looks like we're in luck. I went ahead and just scoured the junkyard before I grabbed my tools and the camera and so forth, just to make sure I had everything here. I wasn't just wasting my time. EG is right there. It's got the subframe, so I'll be able to grab the bolts from her real quick. Also, I found an Accord here. It's got the power steering pump, and it's got the ports plugged into it. I want to make sure I found them with these plugged in because I didn't want water or anything like that getting into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that, and then I need a throttle position sensor. So this one, yeah, this one's got it too. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off, and it looks like we found everything we came for. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to work. Sweet, so the power steering pump is out. I was gonna go ahead and take off this TPMS sensor, but somebody had already broken it off of the top, and then just had the sensor literally just sitting here on top of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and search for another one. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and take those bolts out of the EG. I only need those 2 on each side, but I'm gonna go ahead and take out all 4 just so I have them if I need them for something else later down the road. And there are those bolts that were right up under here. So let me get under there. Gotta get on the ground, sucks. At least this is asphalt. The other junkyard that I go to a lot of times, it's sand, and if you go after it rains, it really, really sucks. But I'm gonna grab like a cushion or something like this. I'd rather sit on a seat than on the ground. Pulled them bolts out. This is the bolt that's different. This one's a lot shorter. It just has a lot less bulkiness on the subframe, so it calls for a shorter bolt. So these are the only ones you need that are different. The other ones are the same. I just went ahead and got them all, like I said, just in case I needed them for other things. Now I'm gonna go ahead and search for a TPMS sensor. I just got to do it before this camera battery dies because it's already flashing at me. So I'm gonna turn the camera off for a second, do some hunting, trying to find a TPMS. All right, well I found one. My drill battery died on me, so I wasn't able to cut those little ears off. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this whole throttle body because this one looks a lot cleaner than the one I have on it currently. And it's not the fly-by-wire, it's the actual wire one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take the whole thing. My battery is about to die, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy what I came here for. I actually literally got everything. Usually when you come to the junkyard, you miss something, or there's something that you don't have, or yada yada, this on and so forth. This, so and so forth. Damn, look who it is! My boy, Guatemala in the house. Dang, what's up, bro?
Chilling, cooling.
Random. What's up? What are you here for?
Just a couple parts for a van.
Nice.
For the interior.
All right.
Making my Honda.
You already know he's coming out. You guys seen his the gray EK hatch? You guys know his car.
Yeah.
So that's so funny, bro. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. And get back to the shop.
All right, brother.
I also went ahead and grabbed this accessory belt as well because I noticed that this compressor here looks a heck of a lot different. The clutch, everything, the size of it might be different as well. I'm just not sure. So I just grabbed the belt to see if that is different. This is my first time doing AC on a K-swap car. So we might be learning today. So that's why I went ahead and grabbed the belt because they might be different lengths. So we're about to find out. Yo, so we are back in the shop. I just went ahead and took out the power steering pump. It's a pain in the butt. You got to remove this mount to get to it. But anyways, now that it's out, I went ahead and threw some paint on it. It was chipped in a few spots, if you could see when I was at the junkyard. So I just put some fresh paint on it. That way it looks all nice and clean before we get it into the car. While paint is drying, I guess I'll go ahead and do the throttle body and a bunch of other little odds and end things. But let's do some paint on her. Now it looks like it just came fresh from O'Reilly's or AutoZone or something like that. You're gonna eat the remans, they always paint it with the same stuff. So the bolts are already in for the subframe. So get the throttle body on, get that stuff on, and we're pretty much done. I just gotta have Bryan make the downpipe. He'll be here later, so hopefully he'll be able to make that. And we're really just waiting on this radiator. So I'm gonna try to get get it all pretty much buttoned up and ready. So once that radiator gets here, we can just slap it in and start driving it around. Then I'm also gonna make a video. A couple of you guys had asked about it. Charging the AC and seeing how the power steering works and everything after. Definitely once I start the car up and everything, I'm gonna make a video, show you guys how to vacuum the system down, check for leaks, stuff like that, how to add oil into it using a machine. You can also do it manual. I'm gonna show you guys all that as well. So let me go ahead real fast, remove this throttle body, put the new one on. You know what's funny? I told you guys a little while ago when I was at the junkyard, you always go to the junkyard, you end up forgetting something. Well, I was certain before I left the junkyard that I had literally everything that I needed. I was like, there's 3 things that I need. I came to the junkyard, I got them, and I was like, I'm out. Well, I forgot to get the U-joint for the steering gear. When you're using an EG rack and pinion, you cannot use the EK U-joint for the steering wheel. You have to get the one off of the EG. So that really sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and button up the throttle body. I'm gonna keep letting that power steering pump dry. And I'm gonna head back to the junkyard and get it. Really sucks, but 30-minute drive. So that's an hour in total just because I totally forgot. But it is what it is. So I'm gonna try to button this up real fast. I'm trying to get to the junkyard and get back. They close at 5. It's only like maybe 2 o'clock right now, so I should have some time. This really sucks, but it is what it is. Yo, so I might not need to go to the junkyard. Right before I was closing up, Joey showed up. Let's say what's up. He called one of his buddies, and he has one, or he thinks he has one, so he's gonna check to see, and he's gonna call us back in like 5 to 10 minutes, and he doesn't even live that far. He lives like literally right down the road. So if he has it, I'm gonna go grab it from him, or he's gonna come here and drop it off. That way I don't have to go to the junkyard, and we can keep on grinding. So keep my fingers crossed. All right, thankfully Joey's buddy does have the swivel joint, so I'm gonna go and pick it up. It's literally right down the road. Bryan just got here. He's cleaning a block like always. Dude, I feel like you're always, you're always doing this.
You are a liar. This is
Every video, you're either assembling an engine or cleaning an engine.
No, I'm not.
Hey, that's good.
But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw the power steering pump on now. It's been dry and it's been a little while, so I'm gonna throw that on. And then I'm gonna go head out, grab the swivel, and come back. Yo, got what I needed. A lot closer than the junkyard. Super sweet. Bryan just made this block look like it was brand new now. You guys saw how dirty this thing was a few seconds ago? It looks brand new. You know what we need? We need a parts cleaner. If we had a parts cleaner to like throw it in, you'd do that super fast. When you think about getting one. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this guy in. Alright, so we ran into a huge issue with this power steering pump. I had just tried to install the power steering pump that I just purchased, and it does not mount up at all. It is completely different from the JDM one. I knew some things with the JDM engine changed, so I looked up online what it was, and it said that I would be able to use that power steering pump with that cover online. That was k20.org, the form, but that looks like that is completely wrong. It does not match up at all. So I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow and try to figure out what this is. By the time, or what I'm gonna do, but if you can, if anybody out there has messed with the JDM K24 specifically, and you've swapped into an EK, I'd just like to know how you had the, what the mounts looked like to where the power steering pump is. It is definitely a booger. And I had just not heard anybody ever talk about that. I guess I don't know too many people with JDM K-series engines personally, so that might be the problem. But it is definitely a learning process. So we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with that. But that'll definitely be for tomorrow. Check on Bryan, see what he's doing. They just cleaned a transmission. That thing was hella dirty. So you're gonna start like a parts cleaning business? Huh? You gonna start like a parts cleaning business on the side?
Everything we have is clean. Look at that.
Look at that. This thing is clean. I love it.
Looking.
What's up, man? Automatic. Pretty clean on the inside. What, you got a sub back there too?
Yeah.
Yes,
A bunch
sir.
of wires and garbage.
Send it. This thing is pretty clean.
Send
dude.
it.
I like it. Alrighty guys, thank you for chilling with us for today. We're gonna go ahead and call the video there. Go ahead and like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You don't got no sauce, then you're lost. But you can also get lost in the sauce.